No. Welcome to your high school sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, and we are in the zone. It is week 11 for your high school sports. The TSSAA playoffs start next week. Sounds like Ron is out there. He is out at West Ridge and Jefferson County tonight. Ron, you told me it was like ducks out there. If you like ducks, it's a great place to be. How's things going out there at that field, that new stadium?
It's a beautiful stadium, Roddy, but it is so wet out here tonight. It's been beautiful all day long, and we got here and it just started pouring the rain. Coach Ridley from Jeff County said that when he left Jefferson County today, it was 72 degrees and sunny. He got down here, and as you can see, it is pouring the rain.
It sure is. Your perspective as a football coach, when it's raining like this, the team that makes the least mistakes has the advantage, but I know you've had a chance to catch up with Coach Spencer Riley. Coach
Yes.
Riley from Jeff County. What was some of his comments about this game tonight, Ron?
Well, as you just said just a minute ago, Roddy, it's going to be important that you pull your kids to the side in between downs and you talk to them about ball security over and over again. You want 4 points of contact. I'm sure you've heard that expression. No carrying the tote like a loaf of bread this evening. The other thing that Coach Ridley said was that he knew that he was going to have to commit to the run, and that meant sneaking his linebackers and his safeties up. Now, the only issue with that is you've got to be careful because you've got a quarterback in Ethan Bergeron that can throw the football.
Yes, you can. I know you didn't get a hold of the West Ridge coach, but what do you know about West Ridge coming into this game?
Well, it starts with Ethan. Like I said, it starts with Ethan. He is a big kid. He's a strong kid. If you remember the name Jared Lorenz from Kentucky, he kind of reminds me of Jared Lorenz in that blue and white. If you get in 2 or 3 yards or short, he's going to be able to push the pile. You've got another kid out here that I'm so excited to see. The kid's name is Eli Tobings, and he is just a kid that is all over the place. And I'm looking forward to see him play. I've seen some film on him this week, and he just covers a lot of field. I'll tell you the other thing tonight, Roddy, I think is going to be so important, and we don't do it enough. But I think special teams, particularly here in the weather, can make a big difference. West Ridge has got a kid by the name of Elijah Achino, and he averages about 40 yards per punt. Now, in this weather, that can be a real weapon. And he's got a beautiful high arching punt that's just gorgeous. But, Roddy, if push comes to shove, I just think tonight, particularly here at home, I'd have to give the advantage to West Ridge tonight.
I know I know we've laughed a lot and we talked about the playoff scenario. The winner gets third. I guess the loser gets a visit down to Rebel Land in Maryville. So it would be the benefit for West Ridge to try to win this thing tonight. You don't want to make that journey in the first round of the playoffs. You just don't.
And Roddy, it was funny. Last week I had the Musket Bowl. This week I've got the We Don't Want to Play Maryville Bowl.
Who don't want to play Maryville Bowl?
You are exactly spot on.
Now back to Coach Spencer Riley. I know that he played at Jeff County when they won the state championship back in the 80s rather. But let me ask you, what kind of mood was he in? Was he in we know what we got to do, and or was it a mood that we're going up there, we know we're in the playoffs? Mm-hmm. How was it?
Well, Roddy, when you look at where Jeff County has been for the last several years, and you look at where they were at last year, what was it, 13, 19? I can't remember the exact number of losses that they had in a row. Yeah. And, so he was glad to be here, and he understands that it's been a while for Jeff County. But I didn't get a sense that he was satisfied with where they're at. And the reality is Jeff County has played some schools really tough. They went to DB and beat DB in their house.
Yes, yes.
And you know, one of the things
they lost just a runaway game at Science Hill.
Yeah. You know, Roddy, one of the things that we got to look out to tonight is I want to see the Jace Dobbins kid.
Yeah.
Last week he was 4 for 6 for 154 yards, but 6 of 9 for 154 yards, but 4 of his 6 went for touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, Roddy, that's fantasy football numbers right there.
They are.
I'm excited to see what he can do tonight.
I'll tell you what, Ron, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to run down a few things. Had some games last night. We'll be back with you. Your game kicks off at 7. We'll see you back in just a little while, Ron. Find you a dry place to try to give me some scores tonight. That's Ron Marble. He's in the zone right here on Your High School Sports. He is kind of stayed dry out there at West Ridge, which West Ridge takes on Jeff County tonight. Couple of scores from last night. Let's run down some things from last night. Thursday night, it was Cosby getting their first win, 28-6. In a rivalry Thursday night game, it was Pigeon Forge 17, Gallenberg Pittman 14. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Meadows yesterday, and we talked a little bit about that game. Last year, it came down to a real good ball game between Pigeon Forge and Gallenberg, and GP came out on top. They actually, that was the first meeting, and then they had to go back to GP. Pigeon Forge did late in the playoffs, and I know Coach Meadows talked a little bit about the game that GP played the week before that. They had 28 points scored on special teams and on their defense. So, kudos out to Coach Scott Meadows and his Pigeon Forge Tigers as they win 17-14 over Gatlinburg Pittman. All right, Nathan Miranda, I see you have made it in. Is it raining down there at your place? Nathan, I see you. I can't hear you. Nathan.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you barely. I can't hear you really good, but I can hear you barely. Can talk to me. How's the weather down there in Seymour? Can't hear you at all, Nathan.
Breaking up a little bit too. I'll go ahead and just say about 3 seconds. My is on.
All right, folks, back to it. Like I said, Pigeon Forge 17-14. That gives Scott Meadows second place in the conference, and GP a third place. Upperman 49, Livingston County 6, Johnson County 6, Stratford 2. These are scores from Middle Tennessee. Cane Ridge 62, Maplewood 6. Pearl Cone gets a win 16-8. White County 49, Squatchy County 7. Some scores out of the Memphis area. BT Washington 44, Westwood 0. Bluff City 16, Mace 0. Freedom Prep 42, Oak Haven 14. Dyer County 45, Kingsborough 26. MAHS 26, Farley 0. Memphis Business 20, Hampton 12. Memphis East 28, Tresvan 20. Memphis Overton 24, Riley Egypt 0. Sheffield 36, Douglas 28. And University Jackson 42, Hardin Academy 6. So that's some scores from last night. But congratulations to the winners, and congratulations to our friend Coach Scott Meadows on his team beating GP. We talked with him a little bit about how things were. You in the playoffs, playoffs start next Friday night. The TSSAA state football playoffs will start next week. It will be a lot of games going on. As we get together, sounds like we're hearing what's going on at West Ridge. Ron, I can hear you. Hear the band.